Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Guru Me Deva Sarvakaryechu Sarvada Om Shri Mahaganapataye Namaha Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Asmad Gurubhyo Namaha Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Guru Atmeti Mukti Bheda Vibhagine Vyoma Vadvyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha Om Shri Medha Dakshina Murti Swamine Namaha Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Satchidananda Rupaya Krishnaya Krishnakarine Namo Vedanta Vedyaya Gurave Buddhi Sakshine Krishna Dvaipayanam Vyasam Sarvalokahite Ratam Vedabja Bhaskaram Vande Shamadhi Nilayam Munim Sahasramurte Purushottamasya Sahasranetranana Padabhaho Sahasranamnam Stavanam Prashastam Niruchyate Janma Jaradi Shantyai. Namaste once again, everyone.
Namaste.
Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste, namaste. So, which was the sloka that we were seeing? I think, yes. Ishto Vishtashishteshtaha Shikhandi Nahusho Vrishaha Krodaha Krodakarta Vishwabahurmahidharaha. So this was the shloka we were seeing in the last class. And we saw the meaning of to Krodaha, if I am not wrong. Okay. So the now next nama. Krodakrit Karta. The one who causes anger, Krodakrit, and one who is the creator of anger also, Krodakarta. So there are two namas merged into one in this nama. Okay. Adi Shankara says, Asadushu Krodam Karoti iti Krodakrit. Kriyate iti karma Jagat tasya karta. Yo vai balaka yetesham purushanam karta yasya vai tat karma saveditavyaha. Is some Upanishad, I don't know which Upanishad it is, but it is a quotation Shankara gives from some Upanishad. So, Krodha Kritam Daityadinam Karta Chedaka Ityekam Va Nama. This is what his commentary says. Okay. So, as I said, this name can be taken as a single word or as two words taken together to constitute one Nama. And as we have been seeing, Ishvara is manifest in the form of the entire cosmic order, of which the psychological order is one of the important orders. Psychological order is an order that brings the connection between the inner pain, the situation causing a inner pain and anger. So, thus, Bhagavan is Krodakrit, one who causes the anger. He is also the therapist because being in the form of order is infallible. So, we are always validated in the eyes of Ishvara, and the validation is therapy. For Ishvara, whatever we do, Nothing is wrong. Everything is in its place. It is correct from Ishvara's point of view. It is just like, we treat our children. Whatever our child does is perfectly correct. Similarly, we are all, if we consider ourselves as children of Ishvara, the Creator, in His eyes, we are always correct. Even in our anger, we are correct. So our own understanding of Ishvara as being manifest in the form of the psychological order validates our anger. In fact, Ishvara is in the form of anger, or anger is in the form of Ishvara. So we appreciate him as both Krodakrit and Krodaha. That is, as the one who causes the anger, as well as one who destroys the anger, which is what we saw in the previous Nama. Kriyate iti karma. Karma is that which is created. Karta and karma, creator and created. And the entire Jagat is karma. It is a creation. And as we have seen, Bhagavan is the Nimitta Karana, the Karta, the creator of this entire Jagat. So by saying that Bhagavan is the Karta, the Kartritva of the individual is negated. If we actually think about it, even our own free will is endowed by Bhagavan only. It is our prarabdha that gives us our free will. It is the prarabdha that gives us our human body. And in this body alone, there is free will. Thus, without prarabdha, there can be no free will. That prarabdha has given us the human body, and in the human body only we have free will. If the prarabdha has given us an animal body, there would not have been any free will at all. And what is the prarabdha? Prarabdha is Ishvara. Ishvara in the form of law of karma. And he has given us the free will. And therefore, we mistakenly think that we are the Karta. As Puja Swamiji says, if every component of an action which makes us the Karta is analyzed, then we will find that Bhagavan alone is the Karta. So where is any other Karta apart from Bhagavan? This very thought, this very attitude will bring in a lot of Chitta Shuddhi in us. In fact, this attitude is actually what Karma Yoga, a part of Karma Yoga is. So if we know this, we will have no Kartritva. As Bhagavan says in the Gita, 4th chapter, I am the Karta and I am the Akarta too. Since we are not the Karta of this Jagat, then we have to say that Ishvara is the Karta. But from his own standpoint, he is a Karta. Because Swarupataya, from the standpoint of his very nature of Sachidananda, he is a non-doer, he is an Akarta, he can't do anything. He is Nirvikara. So, we have to understand that Ishvara with Maya is a Karta, and Ishvara in his original Swarupa form, in his original Swarupa is a Akarta. So we can understand Ishvara both as a Karta as well as Akarta. And as I said, Krodha Karta can be taken as one Nama also. Those Asuras are Asura-like people who take to adharma get angry with the people who are committed to dharma, and therefore they refuse to come along with them. And these are the people who are Krodhakrits. Because the word karta is derived from the verbal root kru. Kru means the one who cuts, destroys. Not kru, it's krit. So, Krodha Kritam Karta, the destroyer of Asura-like people is Krodha Karta. That is how this meaning is derived. There is some noise coming. Let me see who is. Okay. So he is Krodhakrit Karta. Then next one is Vishwabahuhu, the one who has hands everywhere. Vishwesham alambana tvena Vishwe Bahavaha Asya iti Vishwataha Bahavo Asyeti va Vishwabahuhu Vishwato Bahuhu. This is a quotation, Vishwabahu, Vishwato Bahu from Shvetashwara Upanishad. Adi Shankara quotes, iti Shrutehe. So Vishwesham Alambanattvena Vishwe Bahavaha Asya iti Vishwabahu. So in order to support this entire Vishwa, this entire cosmos consisting of all beings and things, Parameshwara is said here to be as though having a number of hands spread everywhere. Isn't it? With our two hands, we can support so many things, but there is a limit to that. So if you have to support this entire world, entire cosmos, you need to have so many hands in you, countless hands. So that is the visualization here. He is Vishwabahu. Or other one is Vishwataha Bahavaha Asya iti Vishwabahu. That means his hands are everywhere because he is this. In this entire Vishwa universe, wherever there are hands, all of them are hands of Parameshwara only. So this meaning also Adi Shankara takes. So one is the one who has got countless hands to support this entire Vishwa. Another is all the hands which are there in this Vishwa are Parameshwara's hand only. And that is why he is Vishwabahu. Then Mahidharaha. Mahi means the earth. Mahidharaha, the one who sustains the earth. Mahim Pujam Dharanim Va Dharati iti Mahidharaha. Two meanings Adi Shankara takes. Mahim Dharati iti Mahidharaha. This earth is called Mahi because it is very vast and it sustains countless number of beings. And Bhagavan is the one who sustains this earth, and that is everything he sustains. And here we can take the meaning of earth also as all living things or life in this earth. So he supports all life. That meaning also we can take that. So he is Mahidhara. And the word Mahi has got another meaning called puja. So Bhagavan receives the Mahi, the worship of the devotees, and hence he is Mahidhara. That meaning also Adi Shankara takes. So that was the last nama of this sloka. Now we go to the next sloka. Achyutah pranitah pranah pranado vasavanujah apam nidiradishtanam apramattah pratishtitah. So again, Achyutah, Pratitah, Pranah, Pranadah, Vasavanujah, Apam Nidiradishtanah, Apramattah, Pratishtitah. 8 namas are there in this. Achyutah. Achyutah means the one who does not undergo any change. Shat bhava vikara shunyatvat na chutihi asya iti achyutah. The Lord in his swarupa does not undergo any change. What does it mean? Where every living being undergoes Shat Vikara, as we call it, Shat Bhava Vikara. Asti, Jayate, Vardhate, Viparinamate, then Apakshiyate, Vinashyati. 6 modification every living being undergoes. Asti means at the time of conception. Existence, coming into existence is Asti. Then Jayate, being born. Vardhate, grows. All stages are changes. From existence, merely existing in the womb of the mother, birth is a change. From birth, the growth is a change. Viparinamate, modification happens in the body. It's a change. Then apakshiyate, as we near the old age, each and every part of the body will start declining. Again, a change. And eventually, nashyate, death. That is another change for this body, mind, sense complex. So every being, every living being in this entire world undergoes these 6 changes. But for Bhagavan, there is no chuti, there is no destruction. He is Achyuta. And as I said, this is with reference to the Swarupa of Atma of or Ishvara, right? It is a Nirguna Swarupa, he is Achyuta. So the Lord is timeless, as we have seen. He is not bound by time. So if one who is not bound by time will not undergo any change at all, nor he will be subject to any decimation. So the Lord does not have any modification, whereas the Jiva, from the standpoint of the body, is subject to all the changes which I explained. So this is the meaning of Achyuta. The word Achyuta has got other meanings also. The one who does not fall from his Swarupa. But that meaning Adi Shankara doesn't take here. He is taking the meaning of changes, right? Modifications. Shadbhava Vikara. Excuse me. Pratitaha. Pratitaha means the one who is renowned. Jagat utpadyadi karma bihi prakyataha pratitaha. So Bhagavan is pratita, renowned through his actions of creation, sustenance and resolution of this universe. And in fact, it is not only, our culture, our religion says this, every religion, the moment you talk of God, Ishvara, Bhagavan, Allah, whatever name you give, everybody talks of the creation of Bhagavan only and sustenance of by Bhagavan. So in that, all religions are having the same opinion. or same belief. And everything that is there is every permutation combination with all these varieties which we experience in the form of the stars, the galaxies, the Milky Ways, the planets, earthquakes, hurricanes, tsunamis, whatnot, is all the expression of the Lord. Because everything is Lord only rather. All of them speak or cry out, I would say, of his being pratita, renowned. And of course, here Puja Swamiji adds, the Lord is pratita, renowned also because in his various avatars, he performs some special actions. Each avatara is meant for some special action for the purpose of re-establishing dharma in this entire universe. So that way also he is pratita. Then next one is pranaha. He is the one who is in the form of prana. Sutratmana prajaha pranayati iti pranaha. He is the one who enlivens everything, being the form of Sutratma. That is, as the one identified with the collective prana shakti. Aitreya Upanishad says, I am the Sutratma, the prana, by inner self, being the inner self in all living beings. So the entire living world is sustained by prana. And the prana is sustained by Bhagavan. So that's why Bhagavan himself is the prana. Without consciousness, the prana cannot do anything. Prana, if you look at it, is just the air which is around. But that same air, that Vayu, becomes a prana when it goes inside and outside, goes inside our body and allows our body to absorb all that is there in terms of what the body requires to sustain itself, and then exhales what comes out. So this inhalation, exhalation of the air is called prana. And even a tree has got prana. Every living being has got prana. So that which makes every tree alive is also prana. And Bhagavan sustains everything with this prana. That is why he is called a sustainer rather. How does he sustain? He is a creator, fine. With Maya, he creates. How does he sustain? With the prana, he sustains this entire world. So he is the prana, the one who runs in all living organisms. Even fish underwater breathes. Prana is the essence of all life forms. And that prana is Bhagavan. That's why he is called Pranaha. It's not only Pranaha, he is also Pranadaha, the one who gives prana or life. Suranam asuranam cha yatha sankyam pranam balam dadati dhyati veti pranadaha. So here, earlier he talked, Adi Shankara took the meaning of pranaha as the, the inhalation, the breathing. That is what I say, what we inhale and exhale. That is pranaha, which is what sustains the entire living, living world, living beings. Here he takes a different meaning because Prana is that which also supplies the strength and the life energy. Balam dadati to all living beings and including devas and asuras. So he is the one who through breathing prana into the life gives strength to all living beings. Anna rupena pranam dadati pranadaha. Bhagavan is the one who is in the form of the earth, the atmosphere, the sun, the moon, the light, air, water, everything, which are all necessary for life to be sustained. It's only when all these things are available, life can be sustained, isn't it? And this creates a life chain. Therefore, Bhagavan is in the form of various phenomena that gives and sustains life. And that is why he is Pranadaha. And this can be seen in the Puranas also. During the churning of the Milky Ocean, the famous story we all know, Lord Vishnu was the one who gave strength to both the Devas and Asuras for churning. Because what they were churning with, the rope, it was the snake, Vasuki, the biggest snake. One can't even lift it. What to talk of, churning it with that. And what was what they call, I don't know what is the English word for, but which they churn. That was a mountain. Again, we can't even move a rock in a mountain. Here the whole mountain has to be churned. Requires what kind of a strength we can imagine. And this was to be done by both the Devas and Asuras. So the one who gave them the strength was Bhagavan. And even when they were getting tired and they were getting affected by the poisonous fumes of the snake Vasuki, he was the one who came as Dhanvantari with the life-giving Amrita. He was the one who was in the form of Mohini and gave the extra prana bala to the devas by distributing the Amrita to them and deprived the Asuras of it. All these are, of course, in the Puranas are all Leelas of Bhagavan. We must not get carried away by the stories, but we must see the messages behind them. What the messages the Puranas give us. So he is Pranadaha. Then Vasavanujaha. Anujaha means younger brother. So Vasavanujaha means the younger brother of Indra. Adityam Kashyapat Vasavasya Anujaha Jata iti Vasavanujaha. So again, here the reference is to Vamana Avatar. Lord Vishnu in the Vamana Avatara was born to Aditi and Kashyapa, sage Aditi and Kashyapa. Sorry, sage Aditi and sage Kashyapa. Their elder son was Indra. So being born as the younger brother of Vasava, that is Indra, he is called Vasavanuja. Again, Purana stories, Leela of Bhagavan. That's how we have to understand. Okay. Apam Nidhihi. Apam means water. Nidhihi means storehouse. Apam Nidhihi means the storehouse of water. Apo yatra nidhiyante saha apam nidhihi. So Nidhi, as I said, means a storehouse, a reservoir. So Apam Nidhi literally means a reservoir of water, like a pond, ocean, lake, whatever you can say. In the Gita, Bhagavan says, Sarasa Masmi Sagaraha, among all the reservoirs of water, I am the ocean, I am manifest as the ocean. So therefore, whenever we think of ocean, what occurs in our mind? Whenever we think of ocean, we think of the vastness that we see, that we experience. And there in that vastness, we can recognize Ishvara. And ocean and the water it contains is the most important and most critical substance for sustenance of life, because that ocean creates the cycle of clouds, rain, streams, rivers, and so on. It starts from evaporation, becoming cloud, and then eventually as rivers and streams goes back into the ocean. So the entire cycle is created, rather. Water cycle is created. So if we observe, the quantity of the water on the earth is always the same. It remains the same. It does not deplete at all. So Bhagavan is in that form of Aavignidhi, the storehouse of water, which is not only the oceans, but also ponds, the lakes, the clouds, and all that is involved in this water cycle, which makes life possible. And of course, he is also the cycle. Water cycle is nothing but Bhagavan only. So he is Aavignidhi. Then he is the Adhishthanam. Adhishthanam, the truth of everything. Aditishtanti bhutani upadana karanattvena brahma iti adhishthanam. Ultimately comes to Brahman, Swarupa. Brahman as the upadana karanam, the material cause of this entire substratum. Swarupa, the truth of everything. And Brahman is what? Brahman is Sat Chit Ananda. And what is Sat? Sat is existence. Chit is consciousness. The Sat and Chit are the Adhishthanam, the foundation on which this entire creation is standing. Whenever we say the space is, the time is, or for that matter, whatever is, book is, laptop is, wall is, clock is, whatever we call is, that isness is the adhisthana of space and time. Satchit Atma is the adhisthana of everything, including space and time. And Bhagavan is the truth of everything. And that's why he says in the Gita, Matstani Sarva Bhutani. Matstani, all beings are in me. Sarva Bhutani, all beings are Matstani, they are in me. I am the one who is sustaining all beings. So this is Adhishthanam. Then Apramattaha. Apramattaha means the one who is never indifferent. Adhikaribhyaha karmanurupam phalam prayachan na pramadhyati iti apramattaha. The word pramatta also has got a meaning of laziness also. So Bhagavan is apramatta, never indifferent or lazy, nor does he delay in giving the fruits of action to the respective people. When a live wire is touched, the result of shock is given without any delay, isn't it? Or when fire is touched, it burns without any delay. It is not that you touch the fire now, after 5 minutes it will burn. No, it immediately burns. Similarly, Bhagavan is the giver of the results of all our action, both Drishtaphala and Adrishtaphala, at the appropriate time without any delay. The moment a karma has fructified, immediately that karma result will be given to you. You don't need to wait for it. And that is why many times, a lot of things that happen in our life take us by surprise. There is no surprise for Bhagavan. Clockwork precision. Everything happens exactly at the time and exactly at the space where it is supposed to happen. Then Pratishtitaha, the one who is very well established. Swe mahimnim stitaha pratishtitaha. Everything in this world has its being, its pratishta or support in Bhagavan only, as we just now saw. In the Adhisthana, in the Nama Adhisthana. So even though everything has its being in the Bhagavan, Bhagavan himself is not supported by anything. He abides in himself. Swe mahimni stitaha. Because anything that supports should itself be unshakable and well supported, isn't it? That's why even when we actually pitch a tent, first we will take a very strong pole, and that pole is a strong pole so that it can hold the tent, it can support the tent. It cannot be a weak pole, a shakable pole. It has got to be unshakable, strong bamboo. But that itself cannot on its own be strong. So it needs to be actually buried on the earth. Or you dig the earth and put the pole inside that. So the earth is supporting the pole. Earth is unshakable. That supports the pole, and the pole will support the tent. So there is a chain of support. Who is the ultimate supporter? Ultimate supporter is Bhagavan only. In fact, in Chandogya Upanishad, Narada asks Sanat Kumara, where is that Bhuma Vastu supported? Bhuma Vastu means here referring to the Brahman, the one which is supporting everything. And Sanat Kumara replies, Swe Mahimni, in his own glory, in its own glory. Meaning that it is firm on its own without requiring any external support. This is what the Swe Mahimni Adi Shankara quotes from Chandogya Upanishad. Pratishtitaha. So we have completed this also, right? So now next Nama is what? Skanda Skandadharo Dhuryo Varado Vayu Vahanaha Vasudevo Brihadbanuhu Adideva Purandaraha. So here there are 9 namas. Skandaha, Skandadharaha, Duryaha, Varadaha, Vayuvahanaha, Vasudevaha, Brihadbhanuhu, Adidevaha, and Purandaraha. 9 namas are there. Skandaha. Skandaha means the one who flows, or also it got a meaning the one who drives. becomes dry, skanda. Skandati amrita rupena sravati vayu rupena shoshayati va iti skanda. So both the meanings Adi Shankara is taking. Atma swarupena ananda rupena skandati. Bhagavan flows in the hearts of everyone in the form of Ananda. And that is why he is called Skanda. Then Skandati Soshayati. Vayu Rupena. He is the one. Soshayati means evaporates. The one who evaporates, dries up in the form of air. And Skanda also is the name of Lord Kartikeya, as we know. So this is the meaning of, so both the meanings we can take. One who obtains, who actually Sravati, who obtains in the form of Amrita Rupena or Ananda Rupena in the heart of everyone. He is Skanda, or Soshayati also we can take, the one who, like air, flows everywhere, obtains everywhere, and then dries up also in the form of air. So he is Skanda. Then Skanda Dharaha. So the word Skanda, another meaning Adi Shankara brings here. The one who establishes the path of Dharma. Skandam Dharma Patham Dharayati iti Skanda Dharaha. So as I said, the word Skanda here has the meaning of the path of Dharma. And it is the path of Dharma that takes you to Ananda. Skandam Dharayati. Bhagavan is the one who establishes and maintains the path of Dharma, because he is the one who has actually given this Dharma. So he has to maintain it. And also he establishes and maintains the relationship between the means and the end. That is between Ananda and the means for Ananda. What is the means of Ananda? Means of Ananda primarily is the condition of the mind. Only if the conducive condition of the mind we can experience Ananda, isn't it? So he protects Dharma by destroying Adharma, and also by inducing people to follow Dharma. He is actually lays down that path, and he is Skandadharaha. So that is Skandadharaha. Then Duryaha. Duryaha means the one who bears the load. Heavy loads he can bear. Duram Bahati Samasta Bhuta Janmadi Lakshanam iti Duryaha. So as Adhisthana, the basis or the foundation of the entire universe, it is Bhagavan who is bearing the entire load of the weight of this universe. But what is the weight of the universe? Taking the example of a pot, it is like saying the clay bears the weight of the pot. The load of all the pots are being borne by the clay. The pots have really no weight by themselves. It is just like saying that. So, similarly, how can we say Ishvara bears the weight of the whole universe? And what is that load we are talking about? That load is the responsibility of creating, sustaining, and resolving this universe. And even all this is like a child's play for him. So, from Bhagavan's point of view, there is no load for him to bear. If at all there is a Lord in this entire universe, it is all our punya papas, our raga dveshas, our likes, dislikes, our kama krodha, our desires and anger, our unconscious. All these are very heavy, and it actually is a big load that each one of us we carry. And what we do, we load Ishvara with all these things. Now, when we understand that, then we can understand it is Ishvara who is carrying this entire load, isn't it? Whenever we are under pressure because of the load, this load which I told about you, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, all these are loads. We are under pressure, we turn to Ishvara. Hey Ishvara, you please save me from this, take over this and then give me peace. We actually load Ishvara with all these, with all our loads. And since Ishvara, for him, bearing this load is like, as I said, child's play, he happily takes it over. When we pray to Ishvara with all sincerity, with a clean mind, he will make sure that he takes this load off us. And that is why he is Duryaha. Pujya Swamiji says, if Ishvara was not almighty, he would have been a hunchback by now because of the load that he carries. So next nama is Varadaha. Param Dadati, the giver of boons. Abhimatan Varan Dadati iti Varadaha. Varam Dakshinan Dadati. Yajamana Swarupena iti va Varadaha. Two meanings he takes. Parameshwara is Varada, the one who fulfills the desires of everyone. How? By giving the object of desires as varas or boons. The whole of Puranas is full of Ishvara's boons only. He gives boons to even Asuras. For them also he gives. When Hiranyakashipu did all this and then went to Bhagavan and asked for boon, all that he asked he gave. The only difference between the Sura and Asura is, or people who are dharmic and who are adharmic is, when Bhagavan blesses the dharmic people with the boons, they take it as Ishvara Prasada and thank Ishvara for it. They express their gratitude to Ishvara by continuing to pray to Ishvara. They give the most important place in their life to Ishvara, not to any other being, not to any other human being. Whereas, what do Asuras do? When Bhagavan is giving them the boons, they become arrogant. They become totally egoistic. They think that now that Bhagavan has given boon and he cannot take it away, I can do whatever I want to do. So even though Bhagavan blesses both Suras and Asuras with the boons on being sought, this is the difference, and these are all the kind of messages we have to take away from stories in the Puranas. So Bhagavan, even at his own peril, he is a reckless giver. This is one meaning of Varada. Then the word Vara has got another meaning, is meaning of Dakshina that is given in the yagas to all the priests. When big yagas and all take place, there is what we call Vara Dakshina is given. So that is also meaning Adi Shankara takes. He is the one who is in the form of the Yajamana, the performer of the yaga, and also the giver of the various dakshinas. Because it's the Yajamana who gives the dakshinas to all the priests. So in that meaning also he is Varadaha. Then Vayu Vahanaha. The one who makes the Vayus blow, Vayu be air, blow. Marutaha Sapta Avahadin Vahayati iti Vayu Vahanaha. Vayuhu Vahanam Yasya Sa Vayu Vahana. Two meanings he is taking. According to the Puranas, the Vayu, the air in the atmosphere in this entire universe, is of 7 types. And they are situated in different regions. Even the modern science science divides the atmosphere as what? Troposphere, stratosphere, etc. Isn't it? So similarly, in the Puranas, it is said that the 7 Vayus are called Avaha. Avaha is the Vayu between the earth and the clouds. Pravaha is the Vayu between the clouds and the sun. Udvaha, and it's also known as Anuvaha, is between the sun and the moon. Samvaha, between moon and the stars. Vivaha, between the stars and the planets. Pravavaha, between the planets and the Saptarishi Mandala. Now don't ask me how this is possible, but distance between, when you say clouds and the sun, moon also comes in between that. So all that, don't ask me, they're all Purana stories, or they are all, these definitions are there in the Puranas. I don't know more than that in terms of analyzing all that, how it is, how these are all different. But the Shastras, the Puranas talk about 7 different types of airs which is there in this universe. So the air that we are breathing here is not the same air which is there above the clouds, or in the next sphere, whatever is that. So that is the okay. There is, I think, Parivaha between Saptarishi Mandala and Dhruva Nakshatra. One more was left, I think. Yeah, Saptarishi Mandala, that is Paravaha. Then Parivaha is there between Saptarishi Mandala and Dhruva Nakshatra, the pole star. So it is Ishvara alone who makes the Vayu blow, move within these spheres, respective spheres, maintain their pressures, and hence he is called Vayu Vahana. Then the other meaning is all types of fragrance, perfumes, use Vayu as their Vahana. That is the air as their vehicle for carrying the fragrance everywhere. Hence, they are Vayu Vahanas. And Ishvara is that fragrance, and he is called Vayu Vahana. So the one who blesses through Vayu is Ishvara. When we breathe in the air, it is Bhagavan who enters us, riding on Vayu. When we exhale, it is air. But when we breathe in, it is Prana. So it is Ishvara who converts air into Prana, which we have seen the meaning earlier in Prana. So this is Vayu Vahana. Then Vasudeva, the one who is the indweller of awe, and the one who shines, both meaning he takes. Basati, Vasayati, Achadayati, Sarvamiti, Vayuhu. One meaning. Divyati, Kridate, Vijigishate, Vyavaharati, Dhyotate, Stuyate, Kamyate, Gachati, iti va Devaha. Vayuscha asau devascha Vasudevaha. So the word Vasudeva is consisting of 2 words. One word is Vasu, another is Devaha. So Adi Shankara says, what is Vasu, meaning of Vasu, what is the meaning of Devaha? Combining both, we can understand what is Vasudevaha. We have time to come. Vasuscha asau devascha iti Vasudevaha. The word Vasudeva is made up of two words, as I said, Vasu and Deva. And both are in the language in Sanskrit pregnant with many meanings. By this one word, Ishvara is shown as both material cause as well as the efficient cause. Vasati, the Lord alone lives, exists in all as Sat existence. The material cause exists in and pervades the effect. So Ishvara as the material cause, and here we have to understand the Maya part of Ishvara as the material cause exists in and pervades everything. Vasayati, it is the material cause that lends existence to the effect and sustains it. So Ishvara lends existence to all and makes them live. All pots exist in clay, all ornaments exist in gold, all effects exist in the material cause. So Vasati Asmin Sarvam, the whole creation exists in him only, he is the material cause. Then Adi Shankara says, Vasayati Achadayati, even though he is all and all pervasive, he wields, covers as though everyone with his Maya power, so that it is not easy for us to know him. So for all these reasons, as the material cause, he is Vasu. And the word Deva is derived from the verbal root Div in the language. It has got many meanings, the word Div. A few meanings he is taking here, Adi Shankara. Kridate, vijigishate, vyavaharati, dhyotate, stuyate, kamyate, gacchati, iti va deva. Div dhatu has got all these meanings. So divyati, dhyotate, kridati, the one who shines, the one who is effulgent, is a deva. So whenever we talk of deva, devata and all that, we must understand what is the meaning of a deva. The one who shines, who is effulgent, is a deva. So the Lord as the all-knowing conscious being is deva. Not only that he is the upadana karana, the material cause, which we just now saw in Vasuhu, he is also the nimitta karana, the efficient cause. Because Brahman is effulgent, self-effulgent. So he is the nimitta karana, the efficient cause of this entire creation. And this entire creation, all these things is nothing but a krida, a play for the Lord. So that is why he is Vasudeva. He is Vasu and also Deva. He is Vasudeva. I think I have time for one more Nama. Brihad Banuhu, the one who possesses abundant race. Brihantaha Banavaha Yasya Chandra Suryadigaminaha Taihi Vishwam Bhasayati Yaha Sa Brihad Banuhu Uchyate. So he is the one who is Brihantaha Banavaha, the abundant and the great race, in the form of the rays of the sun, the moon, and all other luminary bodies. All these rays belong to Bhagavan only. He lights up the whole universe with many suns, many moons, and hence he is called Brihad Banuhu. Banu means sun. Brihad Banu means a big sun. You can take it as many suns. Every star is a sun. And all these stars play their own role in their respective spheres to sustain whatever is around them. That's all. Nothing but Bhagavan only. Bhagavan is the one who energizes and lights up this world through all these suns, and each of them is very big. Sun is supposed to be the smallest star, and we know how big it is. So he is Brihat Bhanuhu. I think we will stop here. I'll say the prayers. Om Purnamadav Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mama.
Thank you. Hari Om.
Thank you, Guruji. Namaskaram.
Thank you, Guruji.
ధన్యవాదాలు గురుజీ.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
Namaskaram, Guru.
Thank you.
Namaskaram.
Hari Om Guruji.
Hari Om.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much.
Guruji, that seven winds you said, Vayuhu, can I request you to just tell that thing once again, if you don't mind?
Okay, I will tell you. Now, I don't remember it. It's from my notes I'm telling you. 1 second.
Avaha.
Yeah, I will tell you. See, the first one is Avaha. That is between the earth and the clouds.
Yes.
Pravaha, between clouds and the sun.
Sun.
Then Udvaha, or it is also called, as I said, Anuvaha, between the sun and the moon.
Yeah.
And the fourth one is Samvaha,
um,
between the moon and the stars. Then next is Vivaha, between the stars and the planets. Then Paravaha, between the planets and the Saptarishi Mandala. And Parivaha, between the Saptarishi Mandala and Dhruva Nakshatra.
Oh, okay.
So these are the 7 Vayus. These are the 7 Vayu Mandalas. I mean, different types of Vayus are there. Maybe, because that's to say, if you go beyond a certain height, we don't find oxygen there.
Yeah, correct.
So oxygen is found only in this Earth's atmosphere. Even when we go Himalayas, we can say the Everest, which is above the clouds, the type of air which is there is different. So like that, rishis have made all these Puranas, and they know all those things. We learn from Puranas only all these things. But if we are asked what is the difference and all that, maximum we can quote is this example, that oxygen content is here because life in the earth has to be sustained with that oxygen. And wherever that oxygen is there, life will be sustained. And that is why, and it is not necessary that this constitution of this air, whatever it is, remains constant. It may change also. So all those things are there. I mean, that's why, people say, no, Mars, at one point in time, there was life in Mars. And then when it cooled down, that air which was there, because there also, if life was sustained, oxygen should have been there in Mars. So that moved to Earth, the next planet. So there is a different atmosphere created for the Earth where life can be sustained. And water also, because water is also necessary. So like that, there are so many things about this creation which we don't know at all, isn't it? But when we read the Puranas and all, we get some glimpse of all these things, such wonderful things which are there.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hari. Yes, Hariji, your question. Namaste.
Namaste, Guruji. Fundamentally, when they are giving different names, what is the basis of giving the order? That their different names are given from name 1, name 2, name 3, like that.
For
There
this
is
air, Vayu.
yeah. No. In general.
You mean in Vishnu Sahasranama?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I mean, you have to ask Bhishma only because it is he who gave these names.
No, why? No, why? No, say for example, for me, one of the most important names is Adhisthana. Because for us, the Adhisthana, he is the changeless basis, fundamentals for the changing world. So it is the most important thing. But when you see the order in which the names are being given, this has come probably one of the middle or one of the last names.
Well, we are still in about 320, 330 only namas. Still 700 namas to go. But whatever it is, I mean, the point is,
yeah.
See, one thing we must remember that these
Yes.
slokas which are there,
Yeah.
they are seeing the individual namas, correct?
Yeah.
What Vyasacharya composed in Mahabharata is in the form of the slokas.
Okay.
Now, the slokas composition has got certain rules.
Meet.
Certain rules are there for composition of slokas.
Okay.
And it is also that whoever hears this, it should be nice to hear, it should be easy to remember. The only thing which I have actually observed in many of the slokas is, many slokas use the same beginning letter. So if there is a letter called Sa, that sloka will have many names with Sa. Skanda, Skanda, Dharo, Duryo, like that, so like, or Va, lot of names will be there. But again, that is not very consistent.
Okay.
So other than that, I have not come across any commentary or anybody explaining in what order the Vishnu Sahasranama 1000 names are put and why they are in that order. Honestly, I am ignorant about that.
Okay.
So I wouldn't venture any guess on that.
Okay.
But there must have been, when Vyasacharya composed it and gave this dialogue to Bhishmacharya in the Mahabharata epic,
yeah,
there must have been a reason why he did that. Or it is just a creative kind of a thing. I mean, you can't go, for example, Kalidasa has written, so you can't ask Kalidasa, why did you put this sloka next, why you did not put this before? Like that, if you ask Kalidasa, he say, I don't know. It came like that in my mind, I said it. That is what he will say, right? So we don't need to go into that, the order, what sequence and all that. As long as we cover 1000 names and understand the meanings of all those 1000 names, that's bad.
There is a poetic license.
There's a poetic license, yeah, exactly. They can do. In fact, even grammatically also, the poetic license allows them to change the grammar rules also.
Okay. Okay.
Not only in these kind of verses, but even in Vedas and all that, So the usages, there are some usages in the Vedas which are only exclusive to Vedas. Those usages, grammatical usages, we are not allowed. Normally, it is not allowed in the language. So there are such rules. Sanskrit grammar is a very sophisticated stuff rather. So that is why we can't. We don't need to hazard a guess as to why this name has come first, why it has not come, why another name comes second. Yeah.
Okay. Can you kindly explain one more time the meaning of Vasudeva?
Vasu, the top line meaning is Vasudeva is consisting of two words, Vasu and Deva.
Yeah.
Vasu represents all material cause. Vasu actually in Vedanta terms represents Maya. And Deva represents Brahman. So the combination of Maya and Brahman is Vasudeva. Which means what? This entire creation is Vasudeva only. Entire creation is what? It is a combination of the material cause and the efficient cause. Entire material which is there, all the what I would say, the objects, things are there, they are all Jada Swarupa. What lends them life, make them sentient is the consciousness.
Deva.
And consciousness is self-effulgent, so it is Deva. Deva means effulgent. So the word Vasudeva actually talks, it reveals the entire Vedantic understanding of what this creation is all about. Have I made it clear, or is it you need more explanation?
If you can give a little more.
No, little more means that you see here in this shloka, what Adi Shankara has done is he has actually split these two words and he is giving the meaning of Vasu and he is also giving the meaning of Deva. Correct? From the grammar, Sanskrit grammar point of view. So Vasu, what is Vasu? Vasati, Vasayati, Achadayati, Sarvamiti va Vasuhu, he says. So Vasayati, that which actually is not indwelling, that is it comprises of everything in this world. Vasayati means that which lives, which resides, is that right? So Vasayati refers here is all the material cause, which is the Maya, which is takes different forms as the material, being the material cause, it takes different forms to create this universe. So it is Maya which is there inherent in all the objects of this world. Correct? That much you understand?
Yeah, yeah.
But what is happening is we are not able to appreciate that because achadayati, there is a cover of ignorance which is also given to us. We are not aware of it. We don't see this entire world as Ishvara's creation, isn't it?
Yeah.
I make a pot, I feel that I am the creator of the pot. I don't see that this pot actually has got two aspects. One is the material aspect and another is the Sat-Chit aspect. I don't actually acknowledge that at all. Why? Because achadayati, as though covered by our ignorance. Right? So, and this applies to every sarvamiti. Everything in this universe is like that. But if everything is covered and how do we know that? How we can recognize it? That is coming from the divyati part. Now, as I told you, the word div dhatu has got a lot of meanings in the language. But basically meaning is divyati means that which is effulgent, that which is shining. So even though, because see, I will have to go a little bit more into Maya. Maya has got two powers. One power is what we call the Vikshepa Shakti. Vikshepa Shakti means to project everything. The other power is the wheeling power. covers everything. So how we have to understand Maya is this entire universe is a projection of Maya. But we are not able to understand the reality of this universe because Maya covers our intellect with the cover of the ignorance. Avarana Shakti, it uses and it covers our intellect. So we are not able to immediately appreciate what this universe is about. But Maya by itself is Jadam. Because that's a question. Maya is Jadam. Now how can be sentient beings? So the sentiency is Devaha. That in Vasudeva, the Devaha part actually talks about the sentience. And what sentiency we are talking about? Consciousness. We are talking about existence, Sat and Chit aspects. That is this Devaha aspect. So when you see Vasudevaha, it is the source of this entire creation is Vasudevaha. Material cause and efficient cause put together is the source of this entire creation. That is Vasudeva. That is how Adi Shankara explains. Is that satisfying now or any more?
No, the question is satisfying. No, I didn't mean.
Any more doubt is there? Please ask. I mean,
Guruji, then,
I will explain it.
Guruji, then can we say then Vasudeva is the combination of Prakriti and Purusha?
Yes, exactly. You can say that. It is the combination of Prakriti and Purusha.
And Purusha.
Yes, you can say.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay.
That is exactly what it is.
Okay.
Right. Any more questions, please?
Yes.
Nataji may have a question, but she may be reluctant to ask, isn't it?
Namaste, Guruji. No. Whatever question I had, that was answered while you were answering
Okay.
Hariji's question. That was
Okay. Good. That's very nice. Good done.
Thank you.
So if there
Thank
are
you.
no more raised hands, then we close the session.
Yes.
Okay. Right.
धन्यवादः महोदय हरि ओम्
Thank you very much. Hari
Om
Om.
Namah, everybody.